welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, the Uconn Huskies taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David. Uconn will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Duke's offense will get the football first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bringing it out. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Uconn's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Uconn will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the running back has it. Fighting off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Oh, He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Denson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Porter. Let's talk just for a minute about Uconn. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week. There he goes. They make the tackle, but Uconn has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna look downfield again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. Right back to it. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And he will score! Touchdown, Blue Devils! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Uconn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Looking for a man. It's Mahan. Buys a little time. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Uconn going back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's
intercepted for the 11th time. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Takes it the other way. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on 1st and goal. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, what vision. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Uconn will have to punt it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking for a crease to the left. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Taylor. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The run to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. To throw, it's Mahan. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Uconn offense goes back to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Uconn will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Little. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Little. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The lone back's got it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Reads it, fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Duke.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Uconn going back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Porter.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The give to the back. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on 4th down from the 17. He splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the tailback. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham.
The Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Uconn offense goes back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught in the backfield. It's Flowers. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Uconn will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Uconn going back to work on offense. Finds the tight end. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking for room, it's Flowers. They make the tackle, but they'll move the chains, and it's a 1st down for Uconn. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Uconn.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Mahad. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Little. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Using his legs, it's Denson. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Uconn offense goes back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They make the tackle, but Uconn has enough for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Runs through the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Uconn comes to the line after getting another first down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Off play action. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air. It's Van Buren. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
Here's a heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's Taylor. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Taylor. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Off the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Uconn going back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did.
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 39 over Florida.
He leaves it with the back.
We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Mahad. It's complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Uconn offense goes back to work. He'll pull it on the read. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab outside. It's Hicks. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it on the outside. It's Mitchell. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Johnson wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. From the gun, the ground game. Past the 30. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Uconn going back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback gets past the marker. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Unloads quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his man. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd down play from the gun. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program.